Well, shit, Bitcoin. The price is not immediately going back up. What is going on out here? Well, we're going to dive into the charts, look at some of the different things happening in the market right now, some of the numbers around Bitcoin, some different charts, very interesting around Bitcoin. We also have the latest on the Ethereum ETF, the latest happening of just utter degeneracy happening in the Solana ecosystem right now. It's pretty wild. And more. And of course, answering your questions in the second half of today's stream. So make sure to stick around for the goods. Stick around for the shop talk, my favorite part of the day. I hope it's your favorite part of the day too, getting to talk crypto, man. So let's go ahead and dive on in. Let's take a look at the charts here. And I don't have a dramatic amount to report right now. We're still trending down. And remember, we've said a few times here that expect corrections. Corrections are going to come in this market. They're not to be feared. They're totally normal part of the process. And if you're freaking out about a correction, well, just relax. Corrections are good. There's been so much frothy greed in the market over the past few weeks. It's been wild, man. I mean, people are literally sending millions of dollars to just people posting random Solana addresses. What is going on? We need to be punished for our sins with a nice, healthy correction to correct the market a little bit here. Anyway, we shall see. So far, the market failing to rally higher, right? We did have a nice candle here on the 17th, but that did not turn into a bullish engulfing candle, did it? No, it did not. It fell quite short of that. Now we are trending back down. Now, how low we go on this correction, of course, is anybody's guess. For reference, though, we will retest that 50-day exponential moving average multiple times during this bull market cycle. I'm not saying that's where we're going this time. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. MACD is still trending down. We're watching for that to be flipping around. So obviously a very, very important point for Bitcoin there. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. Obviously, very, very important area of price support here as well, around $60,000. It would kind of, in my mind, make sense to go back that far. And that's, of course, where everybody's, if only went back to 60K, I'd buy more. And then nobody buys anymore because that's how the markets work. Don't make the rules, guys. Just how it is. It's just how it is, man. These markets are crazy. Anyway, let me know, guys. Do you think we're going to go down as low as 60K, or is Wall Street going to step in tomorrow and buy more Bitcoin than we can possibly fathom with our brains? You will let me know that in the comment section real quick, or the live chat over here. So let's dive into some interesting numbers here with you. Bitcoin ETF flow table shared by Satoshi Stacker here. Look at this. What's going on down here? Now, we don't have many numbers in yet. We don't have all numbers in yet. We're still waiting on BlackRock and Fidelity. Maybe they had an epic day, but biggest outflow day yet for Grayscale. $642 million worth of Bitcoin exiting out of Grayscale today. Now, that could be part of the reason we're bleeding out right now. Also, just, man, we were too frothy. We need to reset a little bit, let the greed just come down a little bit, rinse out some of the meme coin stuff, rinse out a bit of the leverage, and just take a breather for a few minutes, man. But the good news, and I know you see these big numbers coming out of Grayscale. Wow, that sounds pretty scary. The good news is that's $640 million less that Grayscale has to dump on the market later. I say dump it all now. Dump it faster. Dump it faster, Grayscale. Get out of there. Because the sooner it's dumped, the sooner we don't have to worry about it anymore. CryptoCon sharing an interesting chart here. I'll take myself off the screen so you guys can see that a bit better. The Pi cycle top, he says, the most popular Bitcoin cycle top calling indicator that exists, and for good reason. It was 1 day off from the top in April 2021, between 1 and 3 days off for every top before that. But before that cross can happen, the price needs to stay above the 350-day moving average, priced at $70,400 and increasing. It has been stiff resistance every single cycle. The first touch of the moving average in a cycle has typically been the mid-cycle peak. Both price making new all-time highs. This seems to be a late-stage retest. Late-stage retests are much quicker and come before the true cycle top parabola. This cycle still has plenty of room for growth, he says. It's interesting. The Pi cycle top indicator is definitely something we're all going to be watching this cycle. Will it be as accurate this time as it has been before? Well, we will have to see, of course. I think we're going to run the risk that something like that could provide a false signal because of the BlackRock and Fidelity money coming in. Somebody's saying Coinbase is down again. Come on, Coinbase. Come on, man. Can you guys just come on? Can Coinbase? Can they just keep that damn thing on for once in a while? Anyway, it'll be interesting to see how this high cycle top indicator plays out. And guys, are still pretty early in the cycle. Look, I know we've just started to really enter phase 3, and now, okay, we're pulling back under highs, right? We're not hitting new all-time highs. Obviously, today we're down 10%. A lot of people are freaking out, especially anybody who bought at 70 or 71 or 72 or 73K, whatever. But these kind of corrections are normal. They happen all the time, and they should be expected and anticipated and prepared for. Anyway, that's I think all we have to say about that particular thing right there. Let's continue on. The Wolf of Wall Streets, he says, I have some concerns fundamentally with the ETF interest and the cycle ramping up. I want to believe that we go much, much higher. However, most of the top signals I would normally look for when I'm not FOMOing are present. Meme coins going insane, huge run on alt historically overbought, bearish divergences showing across the board as high time frames and max greed hit the timeline. He said, I would not at all be surprised to see this market cool off massively for even a few months before hopefully ramping up again in the fall. Now, how much would that shake people's confidence in these markets? Think about that. If we had a cool down until like September, oh, that would just mess people up so hardcore. And you know what's funny is that we have had a similar situation like in 2017, had a big run up, huge drawdown. Everybody was super mega bearish. And I was like, I'm buying more, man. The early days of 2017 is good times. Anyway, now, is that going to be the way things play out? Well, if Scott even says, I'm not making a prediction, just observing that we're at one of the phases where nobody's paying attention to any of the historic top signals. And look, we're not, to be clear, it's not the top, but a local top, right? We have these, during a bull market cycle, there will be multiple local tops. When things get a little bit too crazy and reality smacks us back down a little bit, again, we should welcome these phases, not fear them. Just to give you a bit of positive hope here, Standard Chartered Bank raised their Bitcoin target to 150K this year. 250K by 2025. There you go. Everyone's saying, guys, market's dumping, price going down. Yeah. I mean, well, we're still not under the lows of the other day, but again, we might see the price go down even further, guys. Don't fear it. It's going to be okay. We're going to be okay, guys. Unless you bought at 73K and you're long on leverage, then I'm praying for you. But everybody else, you're just holding spot, you're chilling. You got nothing to worry about. If you're short and you're loving it, right? All perspective, right? Long term, yes, this is where we're going. So if we pull back to 60K, if we go lower, what if we go lower than that? People are really gonna freak out then, and I don't really care. It doesn't really matter. Long term, everything's gonna go up still. So again, not big deal, any of this stuff. Also here, Standard Chartered Bank saying up to $100 billion could flow into Bitcoin ETFs this year. Sounds like a lot of money, but that only requires $500 million a day, maybe even just $400 million a day for every trading day between here and the end of the year. With some of the numbers we've been seeing recently, it's not crazy, but Wall Street's still, people think, that's the thing. A lot of people think that it's actually BlackRock buying the Bitcoin. It's BlackRock's customers, it's Fidelity's customers, it's just regular people. Again, they're calling up anybody who can afford to buy some Bitcoin ETF products. They're calling them saying, hey, do you want to buy $100,000 of this, $50,000 of this? And the guys who got that phone call at 72K, yep, they're panicking now. They're calling back at BlackRock and saying, "How I said the thing was to go up, man. I'm out of this. Sell now. And then the price goes down. Here's an interesting one for you. We posted this on X yesterday. The crypto market could 3x by 2025, according to analysts over at Bernstein. They predict the entire crypto market cap could grow to 7.5 trillion by the end of 2025. So this is what if you are freaking out right now, then you are not seeing this big picture. You're not seeing that Bitcoin goes to 150 to 250K next year. You're not seeing that major analyst organizations are saying we could get up to a $7.5 trillion market cap. So these guys are saying, yeah, $3 trillion market cap for Bitcoin. What's crazy thing is it's only 150K BTC. ETH ecosystem 1.8 trillion, top layer one's 1.4 trillion. There you go. Big picture. That's where I'm focused at all the time. Makes me sleep easy when, I don't care if market dips 20, 30%. It's all good. We're going higher, man. I don't know when, but we're definitely going higher. Hey guys, if you are out trading these markets, by the way, of course, be careful in volatile conditions. But if you're out trading these markets right now, Bybit's got their March Madness special on. So in addition to the usual $30,000 of deposit and trading bonuses you can actually get a free $500 position. It's a limited time offer only until the end of March. So just sign up using the link in the description. Copy and paste the link that you see here on the page. You'll get that free $500 position. Plus, you get a $50 cash bonus when depositing $500 or more. So check it out. Now, let's talk Ethereum ETF real quick. So DB here pointing out Fidelity adds staking to their Ethereum ETF application in their amendment. This is good. These ETFs will be super popular if they're providing like a 3% APY or something like that. People will be very, very excited about these Ethereum ETF products. Jay hopping in and saying Fidelity adding staking to their spot ETF application is just more affirmation that Coinbase has won or is going to win the case. Now, there's a lot of people talking like this right now. And I've been seeing these rumors floating around for a few weeks now that Coinbase has actually won their case versus the SDC. It just hasn't been announced yet. So when it does get announced, if they have one, that's the catalyst that starts pushing us back higher, right? If they lose the case, that's a catalyst that pushes the price lower. If the Ethereum ETF is denied, that's a catalyst that pushes the prices lower. So these are major, very important events that we have coming up that are still outstanding. And I think this stuff becomes much more relevant than like the Silk Road Bitcoin or Mt. Gox Bitcoin, which, has relevance to the markets and obviously can provide some dampening on the price. But the big stories for the rest of 2024, Bitcoin halving, month away. Massive story, impact won't be overnight, but massive story. Ethereum ETF, approve or deny. Either way that goes will determine market attitude. Coinbase, winning the case or not, again, will be a massive moment for altcoins or not. Because if Coinbase wins the case, great for all altcoins. If an Ethereum ETF application it gets approved, great for liquidity in altcoins, and that then paves the road for a Chainlink ETF, a Solana ETF, an Avalanche ETF, a Polkadot ETF. Crazy money starts coming into crypto much quicker than you think it's going to. But there's a lot of caveats to all that. We have to actually win some of these damn cases. And our buddies over here at Bloomberg, James Seifert, Eric Balkunis, James pointing out that he says, Fidelity's not giving up on their Ethereum ETFs. They're not giving up on the SEC, allowing them to stake within the ETF. But he says our base case is still that these are not going to be approved, which is not good. We'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. Let's talk meme coin crazy because it's been stupid. I know we talked about the wild stupidity yesterday, but it got even dumber today. It's like the intelligence is just being dialed down like one IQ point every 5 minutes in the meme coin space, man. Mursky says here, he says, I refused to embrace memes last cycle and it cost me dearly. I thought I knew best about fundamentals of crypto and I didn't appreciate the unwavering support given to them by Gen Z and millennials. But since last year, I've changed my stance and now become welcome memes with open arms. They aren't going anywhere. In fact, they'll only become more prevalent. The market will only become more dominated by millennials and Zoomers over the next 2 decades. And don't forget, the market is never wrong. It's a really interesting perspective on meme coins. And we've been seeing some really silly stuff, guys, and greed's very, very high in the market right now, which again is why correction's almost a healthy thing to kind of just wash a bit of the greed out, get people to, just relax a little bit, right? Step back, take a bit of perspective on everything happening. But the thesis on meme coins, I was in very much the same boat as this guy for a long time, where I was thinking, meme coins are so dumb, they're so stupid, they don't do anything, they're stupid cartoon pictures, whatever. Like, the reality is they are a gateway drug to crypto for mainstream people. They're an easy concept to understand. They're an easy way to get into the markets. And they're very popular with the younger people getting the markets. I'm not that old. Okay. I'm just a sophisticated investor who likes stuff like Chainlink, man. CCIP. Yeah. Just need to lower my IQ, man. What I need to do every day, I need to come down here with a big stick and just smash myself in the face with it, and then go trade meme coins. I'll probably make a lot of money. Better than holding my nerdy Arbitrum bags. Oh, my Arbitrum bags, man, it's an important layer too. People care about. No, just taking that Arbitrum money and just aped it into any meme coins. Anyway, I digress here, guys, but it's true. It's true. When you're fighting meme coins, you're fighting culture. And meme coins are a way to invest in culture. Okay? That's what it comes down to. Alex Bitblaze here pointing out, says absolutely bonkers when you think about this. You have, on the one hand, you have a super legit company like ZK, which is Polyhedra. They have a solid product, super hyped airdrop in the community, really interesting, powerful technology with giant backers. They put in the work. They got the backing of a major player like BINANCE. They managed to raise $45 million after a year of hardcore marketing and getting users on board and all that kind of stuff. Then on the other hand, you have some anonymous person on Twitter with a small account. They put up a Solana address and they raised $32 million in like 2 days. Again, bridges and cross-chain messaging and cross-chain NFT transfers. That's some nerdy crap, man. I'd rather just go and invest in this meme coin. That's what the market thinks. It's a real slap in the face to builders, but hey, markets are markets. This is the Wild West in a lot of ways. And if you want to make money, people are making money. If you want to take risks, there's a lot of risks. A lot of people are losing all their money too. Okay. I know we all want to talk about the winners. And I'm all about talking about the winners, people who take the risks and win. Okay. I'm very much on the side of the winners here, but just as a bit of reference point, a lot of people lose a lot of money in meme coins too. Okay. So it ain't all rainbows and sunshine out here. Okay, guys. This Patrick Scott pointing out, this is just, again, so crazy. Anyway, $1 million a minute. In 20 minutes, this guy got $22 million. It took years for Polyhedra to build technology with developers and sitting down, having conversations, doing all this stuff, and they only raised $45 million. And some asshat posts the fucking Solana address, and he gets $22 million in 20 minutes. We need a correction. We need a savage correction, one that makes everybody question whether or not we're even going to recover. That's the kind of correction we need. And then we'll run it all up again with even more degeneracy. And then there's this. I'm blown away. This is just the day. I love it, man. I do. You just have to laugh at all this. You have to love the craziness of all this shit happening, really, because look at this. So there's something called Slurf. Okay, sure. Anyway, Slurf, so people gave this guy $10 million, and by mistake, he burned all the tokens. Whoops. Now, the funny part is people gave him $10 million. They got nothing in return. Now, it's either the greatest marketing stunt ever or this dude's really just a dumbass. But the rest of the tokens went to a $600-700 million market cap in like a few hours' time. What? All right. Anyway, again, wild degeneracy happening in the space right now. Who's this guy? Is it GCR, famous trader in the space? He bought the original NFT of Dog with Hat. That's pretty cool. I dig it. $4 million. $4 million NFT purchases. Is that a warning in of itself? Perhaps. Yeah. Hey, Solana, though, still the main casino in crypto. Solana overtakes Ethereum and global Google internet search interest. And Solana worldwide Google search interest hits highest point in history. Everybody wants to know how to ape into meme coins on Solana right now. Okay, hold on. I got to just try to ban this cat here real quick. Oh, I actually got to go on X to do that. Damn. Anyway, guys, do not WhatsApp anybody in the comments. If you see somebody putting like a WhatsApp number or something, you gotta just ignore those people. I'm just looking here at my StreamYard, and I can only ban commenters, which you guys can say whatever you want. I don't really care, except trying to scam people in the the chat here, but I can't do that on Twitter from StreamYard. Anyway, we're getting off track here, but yeah, wild stuff, wild, crazy dynasty in space right now. Hey, I want to mention something as well. This is about ordi swap. So I know right now everybody's talking about meme coins and stuff like that, but the BRC20 trend probably going to come back with a vengeance at some point. By the way, I'm a private round investor in ordi swap. I'm also a private round investor in Ape Terminal, where this is going to be launching. Ape Terminal's had some of the craziest IDOs, basically. I know they had some hiccups in early days, but they've actually been just putting out some absolute bangers over the last month or so with some huge returns coming in. Anyway, this is not, to say run out and buy this or anything like that. I'm just letting you guys know there's some, I think the BRC20 ecosystem, very interesting right now as a space. And I think we're going to see a lot of energy build in that over the rest of the year and really the rest of the bull run. So I'm paying attention to some of the players in the space. I don't think I'm giving it as much attention as I do like gaming and stuff like that right now, more broadly. But I think that there's some pretty interesting stuff happening over there. So as always, guys, if you want to see my full disclosures, you can see that in the pinned comment on X or the link in the YouTube description. And of course, guys, sign up for the damn newsletter if you're not signed up yet. Best newsletter in crypto. I know I keep saying it's my newsletter, but it really is. It really is. So go check it out. You can join 110,000 plus weekly readers for free. Guys, look, I know how it is. You're busy. Stuff's going on. All right. But you want to stay up to date with what's going on in crypto. You want airdrops sent straight to your inbox. You want all that kind of stuff. Well, there you go. Check it out. Link in the description. Okay. So it's that time of the day. It's getting hot in here, guys. Gotta get a nice bit of hydration going on here. Let's get in there. Get it. Oh yeah. I love that sound. All right. Oh, that's good. That's good. All right. What's up with Bitcoin? Bitcoin not doing much right now. Okay. Let's talk crypto. How's Lark doing today? I'm doing good, man. Getting some videos recorded for you guys. Having a good time. Having a good time hanging out. Jaden. I'm thinking the same thing. He says, I am considering downsizing my e-gold bag because it's not moving and putting it into Jupe. What do you think? I wish that I had sold on my Arbitrum last week because Arbitrum has just been so slow moving. And now, of course, got this big unlock and stuff, which create a lot of sell pressure or whatever. Sure. But the thesis for Jupiter to me seems very, very clear. The value capture seems very, very clear. Whereas for Arbitrum, it's struggling because there's not strong value capture for the token. So I wish that I had sold all my Arbitrum last week and put it all into Jupe. I'd be a happy camper right now. I'd be up 100% had I taken that and done that. But that was, I think, the final slap in the face from Arbitrum for me, where it's just like, man, I think it's time that I need to reassess that bag. Obviously, I don't want to, sell a bunch of it now. The price is down in this current slump, but e-gold the same, man. I'm just not seeing that much excitement around e-gold right now. And maybe they get some really big announcements coming up in the next few months. Sure. And then I will regret if I sell those bags. But I feel you, man. I feel you. I know that some of these bags are moving pretty slow, and they will have their time. But the question is, do you want to back, those fast moving horses right now? And you also have to question to yourself that, yeah, everything's going to go up in the bull market, but not everything's going to go up equally. And not everything is going to, have massive performance. You don't have to be in every coin either. Sometimes it's okay to say goodbye to those bags you had for a while. Not just because you're getting bored with it, but maybe because you think that, maybe it's just not going to do what you hope it's going to do. And then you see other things that have come in and are new, and look, shiny new coins tend to outperform in cycles. They do. Let's keep that real. Jaylon says, hey, I saw your video on Sui the other day, but are you going to invest personally? Not at this time. Nothing against Sui particularly. But man, I can't own every coin. And I know sometimes you're like, why don't you own my coin, Lark? Because I can't own all of them, man. It ain't Pokemon. Not trying to get every coin in here. If anything, I want to consolidate my portfolio even more, which is part of the reason as well behind looking at like Arbitrum, eGold. Well, so I actually sold my Meyer exchange tokens the other day. Had those there. Well, I got some that are still unlocking, but I'll sell those when they do. And what's the other one? Hashflow. Hashflow is great protocol, but the coin hasn't really captured a lot of value. Maybe they flip the switch on that and it starts capturing value, but hasn't yet. Let's say. Lark, I feel like I missed the bull run. Are you still bullish on Illumia? Well, I still got a big bag, man, and we're still months out from their game launch. I mean, they came back. They're here. I know it's kind of weird. I kind of almost written them off because deep bear market. They weren't even posting for a few weeks. And I was like, man, not another one. But they came back. They started posting. Game seems to be just a few months out. So let's see. Let's see what happens. It's a small position. It's a speculative position for me. I would never put like 10% of my portfolio or something like that. It's like 0.3% or something like this. If it goes to zero, don't care. If it moons and goes up 10x, nice. And can you explain Linea? There's not much to explain about, man. Ethereum layer 2, like Arbitrum, Optimism, all other stuff. And I've been farming the heck out of it. So I hope I get a nice airdrop. Fingers crossed. Okay. Lark, can you talk about the Eigen layer? When can we expect an airdrop and how large is it going to be? I do not have those answers for you, my man. I don't. I wish I did. When will the airdrop be? Nobody knows for certain. That's part of the mystique of airdrops. And how large is it going to be? Also, no idea. No idea. Might be really big, and it might be so heavily diluted that it's not very big per ETH that you put in. So we're going to have to wait and find out. I wish I had those answers for you, man, but I don't. What is going on with BitMEX? I don't know, man. I haven't been watching the BitMEX situation. I saw somebody saying something about it, but I'm not sure. Let me see here. Can you explain a few different ways to yield farm with crypto? Yes. Good question. Interesting. There's a lot of ways to use your crypto coins, and all of them have risk. Now, in the simplest way, you stake your coins, lowest risk, but you do get locked in for there's cooldown periods. So you might be locked in for 28 days, waiting to get your coins out, not earning rewards during that time. Price starts dumping and you can't get out. So there's that risk. It's not a riskless activity. Although from a security perspective, it's safe in almost all circumstances. There's some staking that can be problematic, but anyway, that's a different topic. But in terms of yield farming, you need to take your coins, your liquidity, and bring it to a marketplace, preferably one on chain. Don't trust centralized exchanges for this stuff. Go on chain and use it in, for example, EtherFi, or which I think is offering like 30% APY on Ethereum right now. I just got their airdrop today, by the way. Thanks for the free money, guys. Appreciate it. Wasn't crazy. It's like $2,500. But you can take your ETH, put it there, and earn 30% APY. So that's Ethereum staking yield plus EtherFi yield. You get paid out in their tokens as well. So that's an interesting place, for example, potentially put your Ethereum. Obviously, there's risk. A whole bunch of things can happen to all that stuff, and you can lose all your money. Okay. Other ways to use that would be, for example, to take, let's say you have 10 Ethereum. Take your 10 Ethereum and take them to like Aave, or preferably do this on layer 2. Take it to Aave on Arbitrum and take a loan versus that. And you'll get, so for 10 ETH right now, it's $40,000 or $35,000. You'd probably be able to take out 10 to 15K relatively with low risk of liquidation. And then you take that, let's say 10K. You say you take a 10K out, and then you take that 10K and you put it into a yield farm. Maybe on Arbitrum. There's some cool ones on Arbitrum. There's a lot of cool ones. You have Zero Lend, which is on ZK Sync. You have Elixir, just launched actually recently. You can do that via Arbitrum. You have some really great ones on Solana, but a lot of those big ones are kind of coming pretty close to the points periods ending and the snapshots being taken soon. So it's like MarginFi and Camino Finance and Parcel. So that's some way you can yield farm too. But again, multiple layers of risk here. You're hoping that Aave doesn't get hacked. You're hoping that the yield farm, so this place where you're providing liquidity and earning points, doesn't get hacked and you lose all your money, and then you can't pay back your loan. Your loan gets liquidated. You lose everything. Not fun. So there's variety of risk. And it really comes down to how much risk are you willing to take in your portfolio and with your assets. For me, I don't risk 100% of my assets in anything. I will play around with percentages, but I'd rather have a little bit lower rewards for a bit lower risk. Okay. Sam says, I have 3 Ethereum, 0.1 BTC, 60 Solana, 5,200 ADA, 2,500 MADAC, 27,200 Hedera, and 295 Polkadot. What do you think about this? Cool. Cool, man. It's a tricky situation to comment on people's portfolios, and I bring it up because why not? Well, thanks for the super chat, and I'll share some quick thoughts. It's hard to share any thoughts because I don't know what is this to you, right? Is that a lot of money to you? Is it nothing to you? Is this like 0.1% of your portfolio and you're just screwing around with crypto as a laugh, or is this like your life savings? How you react to the following information may depend on those factors. Okay. Look, if you don't have a big portfolio and you're looking to make it big with such a relatively small portfolio, I guess if you're just trying to stack up BTC and that's just the point of the BTC, it's just there to be stacked, maybe. Okay. But likely Bitcoin will underperform long term in the cycle. Altcoins will outperform long term in the cycle. If you have that, are you staking all these coins? Are you staking your Solana? Are you staking your ADA? Are you staking your Matic or your HBAR, your DOT? Because there's potentially some rewards for that. You have your, how are you using these assets and kind of what's your financial goals with these assets, right? Are you looking to do a 10x on your money, a 5x on your money to just double it? Because some of those things will do those and some of those won't. Like everything here is going to double. But are you going to get a 10x on your Bitcoin and your Ethereum? Not anytime soon, with my guess. Long term, sure, but and I don't know how long you're looking to hold this for either. Is this a short term portfolio or a long term portfolio? Is this the kind of portfolio you want to hold and hopefully sell by the end of the year for profits, or is this something you're going to be holding for 10 or 20 years? All very different thoughts to take into consideration here. I don't know if that helps you any or not, but yeah. Okay. Jackson's reactions. Good question. He says, I feel all the hype for Celestia is gone. Is it dead? Oh, it's not dead. No. It's definitely not dead. That's not the case at all. But the hype has died down, and you'll notice this. And this is an interesting lesson for everybody, especially if you're newer to the markets, or maybe you need a reminder on this. You'll see new coins come out, and new coins get huge interest when they first hit the market. And look, Celestia went up 10x. So if you were buying it at $20, I mean, you were buying something that just went up 1,000% in the last 2 months. So what were you doing? You're crazy. But otherwise, and I did buy a little bit of Celestia at a high price with the explicit purpose of just staking it to see if I get any airdrops. And I was like, I don't know, $2,000 or something. So if I lose it all, I really don't care. It doesn't matter if I can get one airdrop that's worth $5,000 out of that, then that's winning and it's all good. Plus it'll probably go up more at some point later on. But anyway, it's not dead. It's being used and it'll keep being used. And yeah, there you go. So no, it's not dead at all. Where are we up to? I saw an interesting. Oh, here we go. Uso says, I remember you praising Solana early and you never bought a bag. No, I never bought any sort of like industrial amount of Solana. I've had little amounts of Solana in and out over time, but I never bought a huge bag. And, obviously, hey, hindsight, I should have bought a bag when it was $10. Whatever, who cares? There'll be other coins to make money on. I'm not particularly worried about that. And if you get too caught up on like, I missed out on this one or that one or whatever, you're never going to get anywhere, man. You're just going to spend a bunch of time sitting around and regret, and that's not useful. But I've been paying attention to the Solana ecosystem. I've been using Solana for years. I've been using Solana kind of on the regular since 2021, and maybe that should have been a wake-up call. I should have bought a bunch of $10 or whatever. But, I have my portfolio the way I had it, and I'm happy with it. And it's all good. It's all good, man. Okay. Christoph says, what do you see the risk of the SEC declaring ETH a security? Pretty low, in my opinion. I think they'd face just a mountain of lawsuits. And the way things have been going for the SEC, they've basically been losing case after case after case. They got shot down even today on something called was a debt box. Basically, the judge said that the SEC was acting ridiculously and just slapped them down in court. And they've been smacked down on the Grayscale case. They're widely expected to lose the Coinbase case. It's just like the SEC is not a winner. And I don't think they're going to try to push the ETH as a security deal. Because remember, who has applied for an Ethereum ETF? BlackRock has. You really think BlackRock's not going to get what they want in the long run? You think Gary's going to get a job anywhere if he screws over BlackRock on this? Come on. Gary knows how the revolving door works. You got to, play the game if you want to get paid later. And he wants to get paid later. So I don't think they're going to do the ETH as a security thing. Could they deny an ETF approval initially with saying, okay, here are 5 caveats. We need all stuff to be addressed. Go back and it's too soon. It's too quick. We're not ready yet. Blah, blah, blah. Maybe. Muzu20, Lark, can you tell me if it's worth holding higher market cap coins like Matic and ICP at this stage, or should I just increase my risk and trade those in for AI and more gaming? I have no idea what you should do. Let's just put that to be clear. This is not the kind of thing we do here. But in terms of, here's a way to think about it. What is your risk profile? And would you like to have things that are lower risk versus higher risk? Because if you start taking those, your Matic and your ICP, right? I don't know what price you bought in at. Maybe you bought yesterday, you're already lost. I have no idea. Maybe you've been holding this stuff for a while and you're already up, 100%, 200% on these coins. Great. Those coins still have 10x potential, 5x anyway. If the cycle goes anything like we think it's going to go to, okay? And those are going to be relatively safer plays, like the more established players. Safe for crypto, okay? So if you're happy with lower returns potentially for lower risk as a percentage of your portfolio, then maybe that's going to be okay for you. But if you, I don't know, maybe they're each 1% of your portfolio. So they're just little bits there. And you're like, why do we even have these coins? If that's the case, maybe it is worth taking a little more risk if they're only worth 1% of your portfolio. If you have 10% of your portfolio Matic and 10% in ICP, maybe it's a nice anchor for your portfolio in terms of risk, because some of those AI and gaming coins, you take that money and ape into, those could go to zero. Right? So that's always the thing. Just always remember, it can always go to zero. That's crypto, man. Madi says, why are many people saying the market got overheated when most of the coins didn't even get close to their all-time high? Well, it's a good question. I would say the market's overheated mainly due to this absolute meme coin insanity. And look, there's a lot of technicals on, Bitcoin and Ethereum and Solana showing that they're pretty heavily overbought right now. And I just look at the charts for the last few weeks, guys. It's like just a straight up tower for the last 3 or 4 weeks in the market. A little bit of breathing room. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay to cool things off for a little bit. Nothing goes up in a straight line forever. And we've had basically straight up for a few weeks now. Maybe it's time to cool off for a little bit. Doesn't mean the market will. Could have a mega buy from BlackRock tomorrow and then right back into it, man. Just like nothing ever even happened. Just a speed bump today. But likely it's time for a little bit of a resting period. And that kind of wild speculation. I mean, man, we had a meme coin go from 0 to $1.5 billion market cap in 48 hours. If that's not overheated, I don't know what is in this market. That's insanity. It's dumb beyond belief. People are just posting Solana addresses and saying, don't send me Solana. And people send them 20 or $30 million. What's going on? This is dumb. You kidding me? That's overheated, my friend. That's overheated. Okay. Let me see here. 1 or 2 more. Crypto crackhead. I told my wife that I'm all in on cocking you. Okay, buddy. Cocking you 20x from here. My gosh. A lot of questions about Cock and you. Do you think Cock and you could go up, Lark? I don't know when it's going to go up, but I think, yeah, it's becoming or has become the premier meme coin on Avalanche. So, and the Avalanche Foundation's buying this one. So, I wouldn't fade that personally. We've got some Cock and you in our 10K to 100K challenge in the newsletter, by the way. Josh says, Lark, I keep wanting to panic sell. Do you have any recommendations on keeping a level head? I didn't think the market would go this high, this fast. Josh, one thing, it's never, now is not, of course, the most ideal time with the market down 10%, but if the positions are getting too big that they stress you out, I know it might feel a bit early in the market cycle to do this, but just, I don't know, man, take 1% out or something just to break that barrier. Say, okay, I've sold a little something. I can, I can do that, and I can take a little money out of the market once in a while, make it just, makes it real for yourself. Maybe reduce the stress a little bit. Just the thought. But in terms of panic selling, don't panic. Don't sell on red days in general. Is the, some days there will be a day that comes and it's going to be a red day, and it's going to be one of the final days before the market absolutely takes a giant fat dub and everything goes down 50%. I don't think that day is today. I don't see any indications that day is necessarily going to be today. We could be in for a cooling off period, as we've mentioned a few times. But in terms of keeping yourself cool, just again, go back to the big picture stuff. Go back to all the stuff we talked about at the start of the stream. We're going to finish up here in a minute, but go back to all the stuff we talked about at the start of the stream. What's the big picture? Where is everything going to go in 12 to 24 months time? Do you need this money today? Is this life-changing money that you're looking at on the table? Are you sitting in positions that are up thousands of percent? Maybe you got some meme coin and has gone from $1,000 to $100,000. I mean, man, maybe take some money on that. But if you're just riding out your big cap coins, your mid cap coins, and you're up a lot, and it's a lot of money on the table, right? I get it. A lot of money, maybe more money you've seen before. And you've got this money on the table. And again, there's nothing wrong with shaving off a little bit on a green day, preferably. Maybe just help reduce the stress for you a little bit. But I look at the big picture, right? Where are we going? How much more does this cycle have in it? And I feel like it's got a lot of steam left in it. Just my opinion, of course. I could be wrong. But with that in mind, probably the best scenario in this situation is just to realize we're probably going to go a lot higher this cycle, and you don't need to panic sell. If anything, when we get dips in the market, it's a time to panic buy. Remember, you have to think contrarian. Most people will see the price go down 10 or 20%, panic sell, and then they'll see the price go up and hit a new high and go up to 80K or something like that. And then the people who panic sold at 60K are going to rebuy at 80K, and then it goes down to 75K and they sell again, and they just go from losing to losing to losing. You have to be prepared. 20, 30% drawdowns are the total norm in a bull market, and then you pump higher afterwards. So stay the course. Stay the course. Not financial advice, obviously, but just my opinions. Guys, you're awesome. Thanks so much for joining today's stream. Appreciate your time. Appreciate you guys coming to hang out and talk shop, talk crypto. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.